Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're here again. We're here again
All
on
right.
uh for our third episode. Don't worry if you're just joining us. You're not missing anything. Um, this is our third episode of our little show Breaking Bads. We're oh my God, breaking builds. Don't sue me. Um, breaking builds where we go through, make a character for you guys. So you guys check out what our thought process is. We got a different theme every week and or every episode. And this for this one we chose a healer. So first of all, also shout out to you guys. Our first episode that we did a couple weeks ago with the Gish is one of our most popular videos on the channel. Which like huge thanks to you guys for that. Um, I know like 130 views. Uh, I just leaked the next week's video or tomorrow's
Yeah.
video. Um, um, but that's why I have to close all tabs because I can't do all this. It's like my autism is just uh. But anyway, for real, thank you guys for
All the support.
yeah, for the support on that video, dude. Like 130 something views on that now, and just a couple of days after we posted it,
Such a
like
small channel too. Like
yeah,
that.
for such a small
That's
channel,
awesome.
that means a lot. So like, thank you guys for just checking it out and letting us talk your ear off for that
For the 50
50 minute
minutes. Yeah.
video. Yeah, thank you guys. So yeah, I threw it down in the description of this video and the last one. But if you guys do enjoy like what we're doing and you want to maybe vote on like what kind of builds you want to see, maybe you have a character or campaign coming up and you want to see like what we might build for your archetype or your idea,
Whatever
yeah,
you want to
dude,
call it.
hop in our little Discord channel, um, and let us know, and maybe or I think we're gonna try to post a poll to see like what our next episode might be. So vote in the poll, let us know what you want to see, all that good stuff. So yeah,
Good time. Bro.
I'm sorry I can't, bro. It's just like I click across,
Guys.
bro, my ADHD. All right, I'll let you go first because I went first last time.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and rotate this over to you.
So,
What do we got?
um, I will admit our series is called Breaking Builds. However, I made something kind of scuffed.
Mm,
I did it a little bit on purpose. Um, Part of it is our fault, actually.
mm,
Us as individuals with our own individual limits, like the limits we chose for ourselves.
yeah.
So we're gonna do a multi-class here. Um,
Oh,
but I actually think that so I'm gonna discuss some of the weaknesses as I go along because there's kind of a bit of them, but one of the main weaknesses really is just you are, at least for us, we're limiting ourselves to 10 levels. You're kind of missing out on some pretty big stuff on each class
mm,
for this build. I still think it's good, and still think it's like interesting and fun. But um, I just went in even 5 levels of each because at this point, um, you there's still things that you want from each
mm,
at 5 levels, and I think that's like a okay minimum for both. Because I feel like you're missing out
mm.
on certain things for each class if you go like 4 or 3. Um, so we're gonna pick light domain. Light domain is a very fun cleric subclass, I think, and my idea for this build is actually avoiding damage as much as
Mm.
possible for your team, rather than just straight up, oh, I'm
Okay.
gonna straight up heal any damage taken.
Okay.
Um, that being said, there's still different ways that you can go about it. I'm just gonna take something like pretty much everything is personal preference at this point. The main things that we want are actually just feats that you get within the class itself.
Mm.
Um, for longsword, my eyes are just not working right now.
You passed it.
I've passed it
It's there.
multiple
There
times.
you
Yeah,
go.
there it is. I was like, yo, I know I've passed this multiple times, but like, we'll just go for something with topple. I
Mm.
got battle axe. There you go. Um, So realistically, I kind of have this split evenly for pretty much the player's choice benefit. Uh, if you want to go the more spellcasty route, which I already chose wisdom for my ability score increase on cleric, so we're just gonna go the spellcasty route on this. Um, realistically, your ability scores and things like that actually kind of depend on which route you want to go. If you want to go the more paladin route and go, I'm gonna do more melee focused, more melee damage focused, then you probably level your charisma more than your um wisdom. But if you're doing something like it should be, I think at this point you should already have
Yeah.
20 wisdom. So, um, if you want to go more melee, you probably level your paladin more. And focus more on your paladin stuff. So like your charisma for your paladin spells, and if you want to go more spellcasty route, you probably go cleric and then increase your
I think for
wisdom
a
more.
healer, your cleric, like the way you're doing, is probably the way to go.
Oh yeah, for sure. This just gives you options to like always go acolyte when you're doing this. Pretty much always go acolyte when you do cleric build. Wisdom, you get a bunch of free spells, which you know a lot of these are just personal preference. If you need certain things, we're gonna pick command here.
The old command drop on the first fiend and the not avoid at Baldur's Gate.
Correct, correct. We're gonna do one charisma and then two wisdom. Um, so like I said, I'm doing a much more spellcasty route with this example. I'll just pick high elf because fuck it, why not? It pretty much any elf works. Wisdom, you get a spell. Pick blade ward. Who fucking cares?
Very intelligent and well thought out cantrip choices here.
Hey man, hey man. You know what? We'll go minor illusion instead.
Yeah,
Um, minor illusion's a very good, very good spell. Perception. I don't know why I didn't pick that earlier, but
gotta go sign language.
sign language,
Always.
of course, for the the deaf NPCs.
Yep.
Ability scores. Okay, so this is where things get a little weird. Uh, wisdom. We're obviously maxing that out.
Mm.
Um, I would say probably your con or your strength is your next best. So we're gonna go 14 strength, 15 con, and put the rest into charisma, and then
Mm.
that's fine. Realistically, you don't really need that much else. So going into the sheet, one of the things you're gonna be wearing heavy armor, so don't worry about your armor class. I think one of the best items you get is like the Sentinel Shield. Give yourself advantage on
Mm.
initiative and some out of combat utility like perception checks. I believe it is one
Mhm.
of them.
Yep.
Um, things like any magical armor is good, any magical weapon's fine. Um, obviously you're a cleric and a paladin, so an amulet of the devout,
Absolutely.
one of your go-to items for sure. So for spells, now the reason I picked 5 levels of cleric versus 6 or whatever,
Mm.
5 levels of cleric gives you. I could actually go 13 strength and then put another one to
I
charisma
think you
here.
need 15 strength to wear plate armor as like a strength
So
requirement.
never mind. No,
Yeah.
we're fine.
I was about to say, I was like,
You're right. You're right. I forgot about that.
we never make
It's
characters that wear heavy armor.
it's very strict, and when we do, we're not like super mad like this. So
Yeah.
it's not like that's one of the big weaknesses is you are kind of mad here, but it kind of evens out depending on your level split. The reason I picked 5 and 5 here, 5 paladin, in case you want to go the melee route, you have extra attack at this point.
Mhm.
Um, and then 5 cleric is because I think once you get to higher levels of play, I genuinely think that third level spells are your actual baseline at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
The higher you get into a campaign, the more third level spells you'll probably use than anything else.
Hmm.
Um, like of course you have the really good first level spells like silvery barbs, the infamous one,
Shield,
shield. Um,
absorb elements, stuff like
cleric,
that.
you're a cleric, you have guiding bolt, like things
Bolt,
like that.
yeah.
But
Cure wounds, healing word.
cure wounds, healing word, things like that. But for the most part, your bread and butter are gonna end up being third level spells.
Mm,
Um, and this gets you at minimum not just third level slots, but third level spells to pick.
yeah,
Of which I think things like you get fireball for free because of
which
light
is
domain.
great. Yeah.
So you have a little bit of some damage there. I mean, for other like arcane casters, you get things like haste and counterspell. So like you get all that kind of stuff.
Mm,
Um, you get mass healing word. Revivify is really good for the worst case scenarios. Spirit guardians is another
mm,
great one. Um, remove curse for certain instances. Like you have a lot of dispel magic is also really good. Like you have all these spells that you're probably going to use a lot,
mm,
honestly. Like you're going to use a lot of these third level spells like pretty often. Um so getting you down to that like what I feel is like the mid to end
yeah,
game like minimum
yeah.
is pretty important. Um but that also highlights one of the big weaknesses where I think you would honestly want to go like at least seventh level for like fourth level spells to like increase your
Mm,
um even more utility once you get
yeah.
to fourth level actual spells. You have fourth level slots at this point, but you don't have any spells. Um
This is one of the tough parts about building
multi-classing in
multi-classing
general.
with a
Yeah.
spellcaster at all,
Yes.
because
Yes.
especially uh um like we talked about this in our very first video with the Gish, where I
Yeah.
multi-classed a paladin and an arcane trickster, and my spell slots were so low, it kind of
At level
kills your
10,
progress.
yeah.
Yeah, it kind of kills your progression.
Yeah. And I wanted to do this split because one, it's a not super common. It's like a kind of underrated combo.
Yeah,
Like cleric paladins exist. There's plenty of them that do exist,
yeah,
but they are definitely like a more uncommon combo because of how mad you are between your charisma and wisdom.
mhm,
Um, so I wanted to highlight that, but at the same time, I think honestly just going 10 cleric could be better,
yeah,
or just going 10 paladin could also be better.
yeah,
The thing is, I want to give people that like kind of mix. I
mhm,
like I like playing very mixed playstyles,
yeah,
as you could probably tell the with our tank episode and then here.
yeah,
I like playing something that can do a little bit of everything, like jack of all trades, master of none kind
mm,
of thing. Um, if you want to go just straight healer, just go life cleric.
yeah.
It's it's
It's so hard
it's
for
so
people to go life
obvious
cleric.
just to do that. But I do think like from here you have pretty much from level 10 onwards you can level however you want at this point.
Yeah,
Realistically, I think for me, I would probably go one at least one more paladin for that aura.
mhm,
That makes your saves just ridiculous. Like you're
yeah.
not getting dominated at this point. Like
No,
even with a plus not, like even with here, you're not getting charmed in any way, shape, or form.
and you're
Picked an
probably,
elf, so
yeah, advantage
you
against
have
it too.
advantage on that, and then you add your charisma to that. Which this one's a plus zero, but I mean you can get items and take different ability scores and different
Yeah.
feats. I just picked ability score increases because it's just the simplest.
And you at this stage, like at level 10, right? Like we're assuming you've got a set of at least plate, so you're rocking an 18, probably a shield and a longsword, right? Like sword
Yep,
and board.
yep,
And then you have your warding flare as well, which is one of the big reasons you chose this one, right?
correct. And actually, another big reason, thank you for bringing it up,
Yeah, yeah.
is the paladin subclass we chose was actually the Oath of Glory,
Mm,
which when you um hit something with a smite, inspiring smite, you actually
nice.
give temporary HP to your allies, which
That's a good amount.
yeah, it's quite good. It's 2d8 plus like your paladin level, I think it
Mhm.
is. So, um, you can be giving you can help your teammates avoid damage and then stack extra HP on
Yeah.
top of them whenever you do something like a big hit against something else,
Okay.
which I do really like.
Yeah.
And I mean, paladins and clerics, they kind of go together. Like
Yeah.
you can free up your cleric spell slots, like your spell choices, and just pick the healing spells on paladin if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
I would probably suggest not though, because you can add your wisdom to healing spells as a
Yeah.
cleric.
I think the bonus action lay on hands really helps you here too.
Bonus action lay on hands is another big one too. Oh no, I'm out of spell slots while I have lay on hands. And you're a high enough level where dumping like 10 lay on hands to work as like a pseudo lesser restoration is also kind of
Bible.
a use. Yeah, it's like a viable use case in that scenario. I but like I said, I think the biggest weakness is just like your levels are so scuffed.
Yeah. It's
You
hard multi-classing with
it's
these.
really hard. Well, like you get an extra subclass feat if you go one more cleric. You
Mhm.
get fourth level spells if you go another level cleric. But then you lose out on extra attack and an ASI as a paladin.
Yeah.
Um, and like I don't necessarily think leaving yourself vulnerable to like melee and having no
Yeah.
extra attack is 100% the best choice. I mean, it's an option, but then like something runs up to you, and if they're swinging past that 20 AC that you probably have,
Mm.
then it becomes scary because you're the healer, you're the guy
Yeah.
who's supposed to keep everyone alive.
To be fair, it is 20. It is a 20 armor class with disadvantage
Correct.
because of the flare,
Correct. Yeah.
which does help you a lot. And there's also a case to be made about taking like maybe instead of like I know you said acolyte you usually go with, but there's another one. Whatever the wizard one is, it's the magic initiate wizard. I
Yeah.
forget which background it is, but you could also go and take like absorb elements, or you could go and take shield
Shield, that's true. Yeah,
with
yeah.
that feat as well, or go
Um,
human and take a second.
or
Um,
go human and take,
yeah,
yeah, something like tough
yeah,
or
absolutely.
yeah,
You'll see. I what you're talking about right now. It's kind of funny because I had a lot of the same mentality, and what I was telling myself when I was making my build is the best healer in the world is the
stays
one that
alive.
stays alive. You
I
know?
mean, like you very much do not want to be like a sitting duck,
No.
and that's kind of like why I like doing these like jack of all trades kind of
Yeah, absolutely.
builds is because the second you get into a situation where your build is terrible,
Yeah,
you're not having a good session. You're not having a fun time, and I want players to avoid that as
yeah.
much as possible. Like I don't want people to like get into a situation where you have to use your warding flare on yourself
Mm.
because ideally you don't want to. You want to use your warding flares on other people.
How does that work, by the way?
You want to go. I believe it's a reaction when someone gets hit, when one of your buddies gets hit. Um, I, I got the mouse, bro. When you see them get hit, you use a reaction.
Man,
So
it's 5 times as well.
it's per your wisdom.
Yeah,
So if you can get like later on, there's items like the magic books that give you plus twos to all these
yeah.
to all your ability scores. If you get that,
Mm,
get to a +6 wisdom. One that increases your spells. Two that just makes your warding flare a little bit better too because you get an extra use.
mhm.
And then you have things like Seer Undead and like, the classic cleric stuff. You use your um channel divinities for offense, which is
Yeah,
pretty nice.
yeah.
Offensive channel divinities. Um and you have four of them because you're a cleric and a paladin.
That is true. I didn't
You
realize
have
that.
extra channel divinities because you are a cleric paladin.
I didn't even think about that. That's true. Especially if you
Um
have the amulet of the devout as well.
yeah, you get like at least five, which is pretty good. You have one for like every two levels you took, which is kind of ridiculous.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I think going forward from here, I would probably either go one more paladin or just keep leveling cleric until you're 20.
Yeah.
That way you can just get those fifth level slots. Um, and then you're hitting super hard with your smites.
Mhm.
You're giving everyone a ton of like you're giving everyone not a ton of extra HP, but you're giving them enough to where it's like they could tank at least a hit from a smaller enemy.
Yeah.
Even some like medium difficulty monsters will struggle to even break some of that
Absolutely. Yeah.
sometimes. So
And especially if you're rinsing and repeating uh that smite, like
oh yeah,
inspiring smite.
I think my ideal split for this is six paladin because I feel like that's the minimum when you're
Mm,
doing like a paladin multiclass. Six paladin, and then the rest you just go cleric.
yeah.
14 cleric, six paladin. I think that's perfectly fine. You have most, if not all, of your subclass abilities at 14 for a cleric. You get decent levels. You get decent spell slots. You already have your fifth level spell slots. You have fifth level spells at that point already for your paladin. Smites being maxed out in
Yeah,
damage. So you can play this spell slinger in the back, and then as soon as something runs up to you, you just smack them as hard as you possibly can with a smite,
yeah,
scare it off, either scare it off or just straight up kill it.
yeah,
And then you and all your teammates have a bunch of temp HP, and you see someone get hit, warning flare. There are also more things you can do, like different feats and stuff that you can combo into this. But
mm,
I think I think this is how I would. I like cleric. I like playing clerics in
yeah.
general.
Me too.
Just more damagey clerics because I feel like if I sit in the back and just heal the entire game, it's not as fun for me,
Yeah,
and you just run out of resources so much faster doing that
100%.
too. Um, just remember, I mean, like the best defense is a good offense,
Yeah,
and vice versa, right? So, um, who needs to heal your teammates when everything's dead? You know,
yeah.
like you can worry about that later.
The short rest can heal him for you.
Exactly. And healers are pretty cool because you have like a lot of options. Like there's healing sorcerers, there's healing
Yeah,
warlocks where you can get
I almost built a divine soul
where
sorcerer.
you get like where you get all your healing spells on short rests if you're
Mhm.
a paladin like celestial warlock or something
Yeah,
like
that was
that.
another
Like
one that I thought
that's a
about.
ridiculous one.
Yeah.
You can play a druid. Like healing healers. There's a lot of different options, which I like.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about a lot of the same things that you did. Um,
Yeah,
but I really wanted to multi-class, and I tried so hard to make it work. My initial build for this challenge was kind of like, um, it was a bard. What was it? It was a bard paladin. Very
mm,
similar to what you were
very
doing.
good.
Kind of like a melee dance in and out bard who kind of spread the stuff around. And I went lore bard, so like even though my spell slot progression kind of sucked, I could still get some of the higher level spell slots as well. Um,
Yeah,
and
bards are also really good too.
uh, I'm going straight druid here.
Well,
Or 10. Sorry, I'm gaming the system. I'm gaming the
bro,
system,
if you were
brother.
going 12, I would have done the 6 and 6. I would have had my aura of protection and fucking
Listen,
6 level or like
you didn't see it, right?
some cracked some cracked stuff, bro.
So for this one, this is very self-explanatory. I think it's objectively the best uh, of the
Druid subclass.
healer of the druids in terms of healing. Um, we're going Circle of Stars here. I really like I really like the starry form ability, which is kind of the goal. Um, and it's all because of this one. When you activate, oh no, it's not
It's chalice, I
this
think.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, a Constellation Life-Giving Goblet appears whenever you cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points to a creature. You or another creature within 30 feet regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your Wisdom modifier. So this is really good for splitting healing. If you're healing one person, you can split somebody. You can split over to somebody else. You can also throw that 1d8 on top of uh, whatever healing you're already doing. Which a d8 plus your Wisdom modifier is nothing to slouch at.
I
That's
mean that's
in
old cure
every
wounds.
turn as well if you keep that up too.
That's 2014 cure wounds. So
Absolutely.
I mean
So for this one, I think I went. You're gonna see what I'm doing really quickly.
tough
Um, Medicine makes sense for a cleric, right?
for a
Um,
healer, yeah.
and then we went here. We're going Wisdom
Con.
and Constitution for
Okay, yeah.
sure. And then for my species, good old reliable. This is becoming a Tyler signature.
Dwarf
Dwarf.
baby. Yeah, dwarfs are really good.
The tough
Dwarfs.
dwarf combo gives you so much
Extra
like
HP.
yeah, for what I'm gonna lack for what I lack in the wording flare that your class is definitely more defensive than mine for sure.
Yeah.
Um, I try to make up for in hit points where I can. Uh, so for these, I'm usually a double 15
15er.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for this, dude, we're so mad. Um,
we both made like very mad characters, and
Yeah,
it's
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 rough,
it's
man.
unfortunate, but it's like kind of you kind of just have to.
Yeah.
Um, like for some, especially for some setups, like being mad isn't necessarily like a bad thing. It's
No.
just kind of annoying,
It's also
admittedly.
knowing what you're good at and like sticking to it because like
Yeah,
just because you take paladin levels, doesn't mean like you have to use like that was one of the things we did in Baldur's Gate was like I take a level of paladin and I choose paladin spells like on my cleric and I choose paladin spells that don't necessarily require a DC. Like my
yeah. They
DC would
don't
be
have
very
spell
high,
save.
right?
They don't
Yeah.
have like a spell attack, so you're just
So
like
like
picking things that you can
yeah.
use regardless.
Like one of my favorite examples of that is heroism. Like I know heroism technically can give you like hit points depending on like your modifier, but like the difference of 1 to 5 hit points is not that great. And heroism is a great spell for a paladin to have to just end fear on somebody.
Especially the later in the game when
Yeah,
someone throws a fireball at you, it's like, oh wow, you know that's a minimum of 8 damage.
I think I went.
It's a minimum of like 8 damage, maximum
I
like
think I went
30 something.
Kali.
So
I think right. I don't even remember what I did or what I was trying to do. Yeah, I think I dumped something else, bro. I think this is what we did, if I remember
you're
correctly.
fine. Hmm.
Oh wait,
Where
I'm a druid. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind. These are switched, and then that's where that came from. Okay,
huh. Sorry.
now we're cooking with fire. So because I'm a druid and not a cleric, I don't have heavy armor. So I need a little bit of dexterity for the medium armor I'm gonna wear.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wear some light armor.
Um, this star map is nice. Uh, it gives us I don't know if it says it here. Yeah. You can cast Guiding Bolt for free without expending a spell slot.
That's
Wisdom
really
number
good.
of times, so 4 times for us per rest. I don't know what I took here. I took something.
It's not an ASI.
You know what? We'll just say an ASI for the sake of time, and
Yep,
we'll max our wisdom. I
fair enough.
think I took something else though. Elemental Fury. For this one, I prefer the potent spell casting. We're not really going for a dexterity based build here. You can try to swing around with Shillelagh because you are a druid. That is something you can do. Um,
Personally, I would just
oh,
put
it's a beast forms attack. Never mind. We're not going to be in wild shape very much for this because we're using our wild shapes to pay for our constellation, our star form. So we're not going to be in wild shape a whole lot. Or we,
personally, I think you just take a monk multi-class if you want to go a melee druid, anyways.
yeah, very true, and that is very effective. And it kind of
Um,
depends on what you're going for, right?
oh, I had a monstrous monk build where you monk druid build where you had like a 200-foot move speed.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like it's ridiculous.
You're just running like out of the fucking combat and like into the dining room.
Like, and that was with like green items.
Yeah.
You're swinging with like a plus 11.
It depends on what you're going for. And I definitely went for a more backliner.
Yeah,
Um, this is kind of my counterpart to your defensive abilities here. This is really nice. Whenever you roll a long rest, or whenever you finish a long rest, you can consult your star map and get an omen. Depending on if you roll even number or an odd number, you get wheel or woe. Tells you which one. You just pick it whenever you roll it, and it tells you what you get. So for the odd one, whenever you or creature you can see within 30 feet is about to make a d20 roll, you can take a reaction and subtract 1d6 from the roll. The wheel is the exact opposite. You can add a d6 to someone's roll, kind of like a on command bardic inspiration, which is really nice. Again, you get it wisdom number of times, which is really nice. It's
so
basically you're basically a fucking bard at that point, but like kind of better. Like
would you say better?
it's only a d6, right? But if I
Yeah.
went like 6 bard on something, I would only have that. Um, and then this is why I went all the way here. Uh, this just becomes super good. So your healing goes up to 2d8. So you effectively get
A free cure wounds.
a free cure wounds every turn you heal somebody.
But
This
you
can
can
be on
also two
yourself.
people.
Yep, this can be on an ally. This can split to another ally. So I cure wounds somebody, and I get a free cure wounds on my buddy over there. It can also just, if you really need it, heal up somebody who you're already healing. And check out that juicy hit point pool, brother. 113 hit points,
That's quite
which
good.
is really good. So all this is good, I think. I picked everything, explained everything. Yeah, I went Warden here because I really wanted that medium armor. I didn't want to build dexterity with this. Um, I would
Or at
prefer to,
least not that much.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would prefer to have Constitution on any spellcaster, especially this one, because some of the things I'm going for are more of like control battlefield, um, influencing spells here. So just real quick, whoop, I'm searching my inventory, not managing it. Um, we we're gonna throw on half plate just for the sake of it. Um,
Yeah, I didn't add the items to my character, but I mean, like we already discussed like what's
yeah.
good and what's not. So like,
I'm unclear if I can use a shield. I don't think I can.
no.
Shields, I can.
Oh,
How about that? So we'll be walking around with a 19 AC, not too bad. Could be better. We have that 1d6 to subtract from a roll if we really need it, and we are pretty tanky here.
yeah,
So the crux of this build, and this is what we were talking about on the drive over here actually,
yeah,
is whenever you multi-class, you kind of hurt your spell progression. And that's like
correct. Yeah,
dude, I wanted to make the multi-class work so bad because in the tank video, I just did straight 10 levels of
fighter.
fighter, and it's like the most basic thing. Um, but I was like, dude, like
It's hard.
it's hard, man. And I know that there's also a really viable build you can do with this subclass where you take like a couple levels of life cleric and it gives you a bonus to all of your healing spells equal to your level of the spell you're casting. So like when I go and cast Mass Cure Wounds, which spoiler alert is kind of the best healing spell we're gonna get to by level 10, um, everybody gets an extra five. No, it's one plus the level of the spell, so an extra 6 hit points, which is super nice. It's gonna be like 5d8 plus 11 per person, which is super good. Plus our chalice, we also get on top of that.
Yeah,
Um, let's see. For these, always guidance, right?
yeah,
That's just like the most brain dead choice ever. We love that. I think I think Shillelagh is always good to have. Thorn Whip, I actually really like. I find it very useful, not just for in combat stuff, but if your DM lets you like Thorn Whip stuff out of combat, uh, that's super good too to grab stuff. And
yeah.
let's go. We want some kind of offensive one, right? So let's go. Produce Flame, sure. And then I have my spells over here just real quick so I can blaze through them. Um, we went, let's see, just on all these real quick. We went Cure Wounds for sure, right?
Obviously,
Um,
this is the heal. This is the healer episode.
yeah,
If you don't take a healing spell, you're
that would
kind
have
of
been a good challenge. I should have done that. I should have just been like, you know what? You thought this was the healer episode. Fuck Cure Wounds.
we're actually going burst
We're
DPS.
actually making a DPS build. Just the thing you said earlier, like you don't have to heal your allies if all the enemies are dead.
Hey, I mean, like that's
Healing
true.
word for sure.
Like, who needs protection when the enemy's dead?
I hate healing word, man. It's so annoying. Like, it just feels so like it's annoying because you can't cast another spell on your turn, which sucks. It's nice to have for a little poke, but you
Yeah,
don't really have. If you cast a spell, you don't really have that much you can do with this spell with your action because you're not super melee focused.
right.
You can do Shillelagh, you can do, Bruce Flame or whatever it was we chose. Thunderwave, I really like for all my spellcasters. That's another one, another good level one. Um, I know a lot of druids.
Divine
I
Soul Sorcerer is actually like really
Yeah,
good
I
because
was
of
thinking about
just
that
the
too.
fact that you can
Still do something on
quicken
your action.
spell like another like something. You know, you
Yeah,
can action cure
Eldritch
wound
Blast
someone,
if you're a Sorkadin,
quicken
or
yeah,
sorry, a Sorlock.
quicken Eldritch Blast or something, so you can at least still do damage. You don't just like,
Where's Thunderwave
well, I
damage?
healed someone and that's my entire turn. You know,
Um, Aid is another one. I know a lot of druids really like. Sorry, I know a lot of druids really like Goodberry. Um, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm not a Goodberry stan. I don't get it. Uh, if you get it, especially with the way that every other healing spell in the game was buffed to double its output, I don't get it. Especially not now. Like for what you're getting, like yeah, it's super nice because you can carry them around all day, and they're nice to get somebody up for not having to pay for a potion. Sure, that's great. Um, but I just like in terms of practicality, like
if Goodberry,
especially
imagine if Goodberry was a cantrip.
if you could just create one good berry, that's actually kind of a good idea. Um, But like by level 10, man, if you don't have a full set of healing potions, like your DM is like being way too stingy,
He's
man.
yeah, this
Uh,
you're getting
yeah, you're getting
you're
hoed
getting
out, bro.
you're getting gypped a little
You
bit
need
there.
to, yeah, you need to sit down your DM and have a conversation with him.
Be like, bro,
We took hold person here. I like hold person for a good like.
we have
Um,
slain 6 dragons. Why do I have one minor healing potion in my
you're
pocket?
telling me none of them drop any potions, please. Uh, healing. Hold person's really good here for a good spell to support your allies. Let Jeremy's character go in and smite somebody. Um, Lesser restoration. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's nice for the paralysis and the poison if you don't have any other option, especially because we don't have um oh my god, lay on hands to get rid of that poison. Chose pass without a trace here. I feel like it's a really good spell to have. If somebody in your party has it, it can get you past so many combat encounters. It's not
That's the
funny.
trace on a rogue. Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm rolling 40s on my
Absolutely.
goddamn stealth
We're
checks. Like
casting Cast Without a Trace on our characters from the Gish episode, the rogues, so they can go in
with
and
with their
just be
plus like
plus 12, 22, pass without a
20
trace, base 22, stealth roll. We're rolling in the 40s at that point. Like,
exactly. It's like, oh, if something spots them,
yeah,
your DM is just like,
it was God. You know?
yeah, like
Oh,
God
man.
saw what you did the other
Yeah.
day, and he's not happy. So you better pray.
Um, I love Spike Growth, on the other hand. For all the complaining I do about Druid spells, Spike Growth is an awesome spell. I've used this in hallways before. It is an absolute blender in a hallway. Um, Summon Beast, I actually really like for the
Mm,
cost. For the cost of what it is, I find that also one of the most effective ways to like keep your allies from getting killed is to have other things summoned on the board as well, which is another reason why I chose Druid. In the hope that we could summon some shit. And this is a super good level 2. You get it super early. Spell where you can just summon a little 20, 30 HP monster, which can tank 1 or 2 hits. Um, I also chose Dispel Magic, dude. If you ever get a character,
Dispel magic is
take
very,
Dispel
very,
Magic.
very good.
You never think you need it, and it always sounds boring until you need it and you don't have it, and it's like, well, shit, the Lich is gonna fucking
Oh,
ascend.
you see the enemy, you see the enemy haste themselves. Oh well,
Yeah,
good luck.
yeah.
Dispel magic. Now you're stunned for a turn. Fuck you.
When the enemy hastes himself and your whole party just looks at you, you brought Dispel Magic, right?
Oh, I did some fucking funny shit where I dispel magic the boss after she already like knocked everyone down and I was just flying around so I couldn't get hit. But I was like, I'm gonna give everyone one chance to kill this boss without me. I will do my damage and I will not heal. Let's see how they do. And they failed horribly, so I just joined the boss and killed everyone.
That sounds like a fantastic healer.
Oh yeah.
Watching
Yeah.
all of your friends die.
That's what happens when you play the chaotic evil healer.
um, so for spells, we're getting toward the end. Best healing spell in the game still polymorph. I don't care what anyone says.
Polymorph.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, hey, you're giving them a full health bar.
so they did change it so that it's temporary hit points equal to the hit points of the beast, which it doesn't really matter because when you turn your homie into a barbarian in a free fall into a sperm whale and land him on the boss, it's not gonna matter, right? Whether they're temporary hit points or real hit
That's like
points.
60 tons of
Absolutely.
fucking fat landing
Oh
on
yeah.
something. Like, that's
It's
yeah,
such a
that
versatile
hurts.
spell too, man. Because you can polymorph an enemy, you can turn somebody into a fucking rabbit, you can turn your enemy into something to get them out of harm's way, and if you have a really good core knowledge of the monster manual and some of the beasts, you can pick some really good um, creatures that have some really useful abilities as well.
Yeah.
Um, I think this is going to be these two spells. These last two are going to be bread and butter, especially for like higher level encounters. It's Wall of Fire um, and Cone of Cold. With a smart positioning, a Wall of Fire can be one of the best spells in the game. No question about it. Um, and then, of course, our bread and butter here, Mass Cure Wounds, is going to be stupid good. Uh, fresh off the hot press, off the buff press, 5d8 plus 5 for us, plus 2d8 plus our wisdom modifier. So somebody's getting up to 78 plus 5 if we use our chalice on them from that. And that's one person. Um, and we have, what, 5 targets, I think? 6 targets. Fucking ridiculous. Those are our spells. There's a couple more things I wanted to talk about with the abilities and why I really like this. Um, we do have Wild Shape as kind of like a pivot. Off the top of my head, like I think the wisest thing to do with Wild Shape, if you're gonna focus on spellcasting as a druid and not Wild Shape, is to just pick wild shapes that are very situational. Like you want a wild shape that can swim. You want a wild shape that can fly. You want a wild shape that can fucking run into shit and like a bear or something that can just knock a door open or a ram or something like that. Like as long as you have a swimmer, a flyer, and a big boy and a little boy, like a mouse or a rat or something like that to sneak into places, I think you're kind of good. Um, what else was I trying? This, yes. So the bottom part of this, whoa, moreover, this is our level 10 druid ability, where we get the improvements to our chalice. At the start of each of your turns, while in your starry form, you can change which constellation glimmers on your body. So this is no action required, which is super good because if we lay down our healing, or if we want to heal that turn, we can pivot into chalice instead of just having to have it activated at the beginning of the fight. So, for example, I actually think, let me see. So the dragon one, I think, is the one I'm looking for. Starry form.
Yep.
So as the dragon, whenever you make an intelligence or wisdom check or a constitution saving throw to maintain concentration, you treat a roll of 9 or lower as a 10. Um, oh, I took resilient constitution. That's what I did with I wasn't an
Ah,
18. I took resilient constitution for that reason. So my idea here of how you approach combat is you enter combat, you activate the dragon, and you start to lay down some of these like concentration spells, like your Wall of Fire, Summon Beast, um, Spike Growth. You lay down those concentration spells, and then when the need arises to heal people, you pivot at the beginning of your turn into Chalice. You lay down some of your bigger healing spells, your Cure Wounds, your Mass Cure Wounds, anything like that, and then you can pivot back out of that and into the dragon whenever you need it. Archer is it's okay. It's a nice use of your bonus action, but we don't really need it. Yeah, that's kind of it for this character. Um, as per usual, I am Mr. Multiclass hater. I don't hate multiclassing. I just, especially with spellcasters, bro. With melee characters, which is hilarious because I literally am lying right now. I
you did it
usually, yeah, I
backwards.
did. I usually multi-class the hell out of melee characters because it's so much easier to just stack those little level 1 and 3
Little
abilities.
buffs like
Yeah.
those even something like um probably gonna have a video here soon. You'll see where I built a monk fighter
Mm,
barbarian, where he's got strength based monk, which is weird, but
very.
um it's a rune knight fighter where you get the extra
Mm,
d6 on top of that, and then you also get the rage on top of that.
mm,
I tried to limit myself to level 10 as again, but I
yeah.
think ideally you just go like one more level to like 11
Mhm,
to get um a barbarian subclass, and then
yeah.
it's a pretty interesting crazy build.
Oh,
I think people find it pretty interesting.
the gripe that I told you about in the car right over here. So, dude, I was so confused because I looked at my inventory, or I looked at my spells, and I was
Yeah,
like, I don't know why I took guidance twice. Don't do that. Um, I looked for my spells and I was like, wait, where are my circle spells? Like, where are my spells that I get for leveling? Like, they're not showing up. Like, what's wrong with D&D Beyond? And what I realized is in the new edition in 2024, this is the new 2024 Stars Druid, is the only one of the 4 druids that doesn't have a unique spell list. So the land druid, you can choose your fucking spell list every day. You have 5 different spell lists as a land druid. Um, you have a spell list as a what is it? Circle the Sea Druid, I think is the other one, and Circle the Moon. You have
yeah.
a spell list for all of those except for this one, and I don't really understand why. I understand that the you get free guiding bolt, 3-4 times a day. I don't really think that makes up for like
An entire spell
an
list.
entire extra spell list.
Like land druids, if you pick like desert, I think you get like lightning bolt and shit like that.
Yeah, and it's like those are so many more like offensive options that would help this build too. Like, there's not a lot of them that get like good healing options. But it just gives you more play if you have a spell list. So I'm not really sure. Ask your DM to make you a spell list. Just one spell for every level will help. Why not? Like, yeah, that's something you can definitely.
if they're willing,
I
or
don't get it.
if you want, it's not really like
Yeah,
required. It definitely helps the build a lot though.
I don't really get it. It's so strange. But that's also I didn't realize that, dude. You know that thing where you can add uh your melee damage to any of your cantrips
Yeah,
as a thing adds to your shillelagh. That's you learn something new every day.
it's quite strong.
You'll learn something new every day.
Quite strong.
Um,
D10 plus 10 is not
that's
nothing to
nothing to
scoff at.
slouch at, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
especially with your
that's
spell modifier too.
and you're a I mean, you're a caster and you're swinging
Bonk
about as
somebody.
hard
Yeah,
as like a
you
barbarian
can make it force
at a
damage
similar
too.
level.
Yeah, and it goes up whenever you reach level 5, 11. It becomes a D12, and 17 it's 2D6. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I definitely think your build is a lot better all around. I have some good like backliner utility here with some of my AoEs, but your character is going to be. I think the DM meme right is like, oh, that's a nice healer. Like,
I'm gonna target it first.
yeah, every
Yeah,
time.
and that's why I kind of want to give options for that because knowing, I mean, like DMs are gonna play strategically, and strategically you
Mm,
want to take out like the more important, like the members
absolutely.
that are gonna keep the the team alive
Mm,
first. So giving yourself like offensive options or like some kind of defensive option where you just don't get hit at all, like avoiding damage in general, I think those are really good, especially for something that is it's funny because I've almost made like a pseudo tank as a healer.
yeah,
I almost redid our second episode in our in this one because I just wanted to keep you up,
yeah.
but at the same time you're a cleric.
Mm,
And like if you want to build a healer, that's literally what the cleric class is.
yeah.
That's the entire point of the class.
Mm.
So, I mean,
And for the record, like me and you specifically have worked on and talked about a lot of ways to kind of break that stereotype where we try to like create a homebrew cleric
DPSC clerics, yeah.
that DPSs or is the party face or something like that.
That that was my dispel magic moment
Yeah,
was
the
playing a
entropy
cleric
cleric.
like
I
that.
figured, yeah,
Yeah, I was played an evil character, but I mean, you know,
yeah. I'll be honest. This is not a super complicated episode, right? Because at the end of the day, like,
I play healer, I cast cure
yeah,
wounds. That's it.
you're
That's really it.
you're getting carried by whatever the highest level slot you have and whatever the highest level healing spell is that you have.
Yeah.
I would definitely like. This is personal preference. Like,
Honestly, in my opinion, like I think the best healers are probably like life clerics or like even
always,
divine
yeah,
soul sorcerers.
always,
I
man,
think divine soul sorcerer is insanely good because you can always just
yeah,
you can keep your spell slots almost perpetually.
yeah. I think there was a really good case. I had this idea with Bard as well that I was telling about earlier.
Yeah.
There was a lore Bard and then a
Paladin.
Paladin,
Yeah.
and the idea was to get to magical secrets. And by level 6, you have like fourth level spells, so you can get some decent like, um, or no, it was a Bard Divine Soul Sorcerer. That's what it was. So we went to Magical Secrets because I really wanted some of the Bard spell list, and and I wanted the utility, um,
Of like
and
meta magics and stuff
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
but I just kept getting back to that point of like, wow, the Divine Soul Sorcerer 10 levels is just better than anything I can put together with this.
Divine soul sorcerer is an extremely strong subclass. Like
Yeah,
it's really really good.
just being able to do it as a bonus action with, or twin spelling a fucking cure wounds, man. Like
Twin spell,
I've done
yeah.
that before. So like,
Twin spell and quicken spell in the same turn, and then you just
absolutely.
like, and then it's like, oh, I just healed those two guys. I'm gonna heal that guy too.
Yep.
Like,
At the end of the day,
okay,
I think your strongest possible multi-class uh, for any healer is going to be that build that I referenced earlier, the Star Druid with the Life Cleric.
yeah,
I think you can take it pretty far. I didn't want to do something like that because I know that that has a reputation for being like one of the best builds. One of the monks you can actually heal people, I think.
way of mercy, I think it
Yeah,
is.
dude. I was thinking about like maybe taking a look at that.
Interestingly enough, that is what I had chosen
Oh
for
yeah.
my Gish build
Yeah.
a while ago. Like that was the third class that I would have picked for that Gish build.
Yeah.
I would have gone monk for the like, you know, 4 attacks per turn, which
Mhm.
is ridiculous. And then as a rogue especially, like what the
Yeah.
fuck. Rogue wizard. So I have like a super high AC and then I can just like smack someone and give them like some extra HP or smack something and do a little bit extra damage
Mhm.
from the monk. Like it was really dumb. Like
Oh, dude, monks, you can get fucking crazy, man.
yeah.
And like, That's the thing too. Like you could pair that really well with a cleric as well. You could go that
Cleric monk
cleric.
too. Yeah,
You could go that cleric, go that monk. That life cleric would pair probably pretty well. The life cleric is gonna just make any healer you try to make better, objectively.
100%. Yeah, always.
So we definitely both tried to make a build without it. I think
Yeah.
that was probably a little intentional.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was like, I can just go life cleric, but I'm like, no,
yeah,
I don't feel like it. I was looking through the subclasses. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna go light. I
yeah,
really like the light class, like subclass. Um, yeah, I hate feeling vulnerable. I hate
I agree.
playing a class that just feels
I
vulnerable,
agree.
which is why when I played that Blade Singer rogue, I did it intentionally because I wanted like
Mhm.
a super high AC as a rogue, so that way I'm just avoiding shit. Or like, you know, Bear Barbarian. You take
Yeah.
damage, but it's not really like whatever. Who cares?
I think if you ever multi-class with a cleric, your intention is always to,
Make yourself a little bit more offensive. I
yeah,
think
or make yourself more defensive as well. Like that's kind
that's
of
true too.
like
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you got going on here.
yeah.
Um, and
It's a mix of both.
yeah, for sure. Um, I actually like your build, man. I like for a second I thought I was like, is he gonna go like war cleric paladin to get like 3 hits per
I
turn?
thought about it. I thought about it, but I was like, I want this to be more of a defensive thing, like
Yeah,
a little bit of,
I like the choice for the record.
yeah.
I do.
I think,
I think light domain is super underrated.
yeah,
Part of that I think is because of
life
life cleric.
cleric.
Yeah, I think it is. Um,
But I mean, you get spells like Fireball, which is an insanely
you
good,
get like
like,
fireball, scorching ray, like a bunch of super good
you get
spells.
a bunch of really good offensive spells, which I really, really, really like.
I think I
Yeah,
can find the spell list here. Um, light
light
domain
domain
specs.
spells.
Burning hands, fairy fire, scorching ray, sea invisibility.
See, invisibility is
Those
really
are
good.
all super good. Daylight and fireball. Daylight a little bit more situational. Fireball
Ridiculous.
the opposite of situational. You just fireball everything. Arcane Eye, Wall of Fire, dude. Flame Strike, stop it. Stop it, bro. Yeah, that's a stupid spell list. That's stupid good.
Really, really good, man.
Yeah. So
Um,
I think that's all
I
me and you have. If
think
you're
that's
good.
us, yeah.
Okay. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Hopefully you're digging all these episodes. You want to keep on coming on with us and checking out these new builds we got all the time. Like we said earlier, uh, join the Discord. The link is in the description, hopefully. And come in and vote on what you want to see next. Let us know what you want to see next. Chat with us. I'm sure me or him would love to answer any fucking questions you have about building your own character or like a build you have in mind or like homebrewing stuff. I'm sure we both love
Yeah.
to talk with anybody who has questions or anything like that. So hit us up in the Discord, vote, and thank you guys for checking out all the videos,
Yeah.
man.
I know.
All right, we're gonna wrap up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for blowing up the last video. Hopefully, thanks for hanging out and watching this far in this one. We appreciate the hell out of you guys, and yeah, keep on coming back. We're gonna keep doing these. So, bye
See you later.
guys.